attack power. This, with the fucking duration, is just way better. It's just, I mean, it's tits. It's absolutely tits. This is what Shattered Vow should have been to begin with. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they do anything they do, but at least they got it right now. Like, they really need to get some, like, actual players who do their own builds and play the game, like, all the time, and fucking put them on the staff and fucking ask them questions. They would have a real fucking good game if they did that. Not these people that just copy builds and then pretend like they're one of the best players in the world. They're not. If you're not doing your own build, you're not one of the best players in the world. You know, I've been ranked in the top 10, top 100 with my own fucking builds. And it was with my bleed barb. You know, my necro, I'd never got it ranked, not once. And it was pretty good. My rogue, though, I did get top 100 that season. I had 2 million attack power with Twisted Blades. I was able to rank then, but, you know, I'm ranked on 2 classes. And it was my shit. I haven't used the internet for anything. Never have. One time, because this dude was doing like 550 million DOT with bleed, and he was running Ray, Flay, Rend, Rupture, and you know that's my baby. So I fucking tried for 3 weeks to get close to it, and I only got to 25 million a tick. So I tried his build. It was actually worse than what I had, and so I still don't understand to this day how he's doing it. He might be fucking snapshotting, but he told me it was Rupture, but Rupture doesn't tick like that. Rupture hits hard once, and then it drops down to a very low tick. But he was ticking at 550 constantly, so I really don't know how he did it. I wish he would fucking tell me, because that might be something that I just never have understood about this build, even though I've done it the whole time. See, that went up to 22 million a tick, but since the execute thing, you know, that's unquantifiable. That's really probably closer to like 60 million a tick, because before I put this on with the grandfather, I was up to 50 million a tick on Rend, which is the highest I've ever had, double what the highest I've ever had. And that was not with the, that was just with the that was before the update. I was doing 50 million with Rend. You know, now I think it's pretty much about the same, but the bleed damage is so much higher that they bleed out way quicker, and then the Shattered Vow executes them, so it's, the damage on it's just fucking way better. And then all my numbers are like double, and then with Rupture it's even fucking triple, just because of that 44%. Oh shit, I fucked up. Come on, get some mana going, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Got that rune in to counteract the magnum opus, but when I fight a single enemy, it can be hard. He's ticking at 14 million. He should be dead right now, but bye-bye. Sucker. Ooh. Maybe I should also use a resource cost reduction potion, 20%. That'll definitely do it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so I can run elements. Am I finished with this fucking dungeon? Yeah, oh shit, I am. That's that. Whoa. I'll show you my gear. You know, just Harlequin. I went from Tacit to Materials because of the DR and the max resistance to all elements. That actually, you know, those two things are better than Tacits. So Tacits are my favorite gear in the game. You want a glove with something like that, because you got to get your berserking damage up to hit that 45x they added. Invigorating Fury is amazing. You spend 100 Fury, I get 25% max life back every 100 Fury. You're going to be around 3,000 strength. I was up to 3,700, but, you know, without the Grandfather. You see my damage drop from 100k to 63k whenever Elements hits. If I had that on with Grandfather, it would be 150k attack power for sure. You want Weapon Mastery. You want Intercom. You want something like this. You gotta have chance for Ren to hit twice on a fucking Masterwork. I'm still working on trying to get it on the second one. I've been trying for 3 weeks. You get that to 100%, there's no telling what the damage will do as it runs through the multipliers. And then you want travel 10 meters and it drops earthquakes. It's pretty much guaranteed that with ground stomp to get the 50x off the glyph. I use Creeping Death because I think it's fucking amazing. I have chance to slow with bleed, obviously, and then there's chance to freeze. And then what was the other one? Oh, and then all the stunning that I do with kick and ground stomp. So that's 3, so it takes it to 60x there. Ramalama Ding Dong, very important. You have to get your max resource up to like 250, and that's like 140x damage. So you set your weapons to all one hand or all dual wield attacks in order for that to proc and stack. And then you gotta have the Shattered Vow. The 44 DOT duration is the only thing that fucking matters on this, really. The only thing that matters on this is Ren duration. Starless is perfect. And then on your ring or in your glove or your amulet, you could really do a lot of different things, but since we're using Shattered Vow instead of a two-hander with 8 ranks to fucking cut to the bone, you need to get cut to the bone on it. You probably need to get, starred strength, attack speed, crit would be fine. Max resource would even be fine because of the Magnum Opus. Do not get that damage while Wrath of the Berserking. I got unlucky and I don't have any more scrolls to reset, but this is by far the best setup that I've used, and this is the strongest I've ever had Ren Rupture. And I've been doing it since Season 2, so I'll just show you a little bit of the skill tree. If you're going to do it the way I'm doing it, you have to use this fucking Furious Rend and miss out on the 30x damage. It's not so noticeable, but I'm sure it is like a big difference in the damage, but you can still make it function. Like, I'm trying to roll some stuff onto my boots to give me more fury. You want to do kick, you want to do the one where they kick into people and they knock them down. It makes them fucking vulnerable. It's just another way for vulnerable stun. And it's cool. You kick them and then you bring them back with fucking steel chains. And it does a shit ton of damage. I run Warcry. I might try to go back to Wrath of the Berserker. But I just don't feel that 100x. I don't really see it in my numbers. So that's why I don't use it. 7 million fucking Rupture, dude. Jesus. You want to do the one that gives you the attack speed, obviously. I always put max ranks in Hamstring because I want them slowed as much as possible. This really needs to be at like 45 or 50%. I'm working on that now. And you want to make it where it makes you berserking, because Ren will also add 2 seconds to any of your, oh, I'm sorry, no, that's just vulnerable. So that's 3 seconds vulnerable. With Rend, it goes up to 5. You just need 1 in thick skin, put all of it in the counter offensive. You're oppressible. I tried to max out Duelist, but I couldn't. This is fucking dope for survivability. And then Gushing Wounds. You could do unconstrained, like you can. And the defense on that is like really good. The damage is good too, but it's just not quite the same as using this. But it is viable. I don't care what anybody says, it's viable. You could run Call of the Ancients. For some reason, it does so much to bleed. I think it's because of the slow stun, and it gives you fury, and you get the bonuses here. So that's quite effective. And you would think that this would work better than it does because it gives you another way of adding bleeding. But I just haven't seen anything with that was noticeable. Very well might be. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying I haven't noticed it. But that's it. That's the fucking Ren build after the fucking update. Sure, there's some other shit that I'm going to think of at some point to make it even better. Oh yeah, and I use this as my technique, 18% X to stunned. I don't feel the 10x that you get from vulnerable is that big of a deal, and that doesn't do anything for us, and you don't get the crit. I would use this if I could. If I could get the 15x critical strike damage while berserking, I would use that, but if you equip it, you don't get it. It's just the fucking fury. Oh, and that's another thing I could do. I could do that to get more fury too if I need to, but I like the 18x stunned. I think that's really good. Oh, and I use this one because of this, and he taunts the shit out of everybody all the time, so you're always getting that 15x. You know, there's other options you can do, but this is my favorite setup. And I like this too, because it slows them and does some big physical damage. He's got some other cool ones too, but I assigned it to Warcry, so, you know, when I'm doing my max damage, he shows up. I might need to rethink that and like maybe add Homeboy that does the DOT. But you know, this is just 30 minutes into the new update, and Rend 3.5 million with elements on 2.4 just regular was 1.3 yesterday. You know, that's a huge fucking increase. And then this was even insaner. It's 7 million, and it was only at 1.8 or something yesterday. And normally now it's at 4.8, but when elements kicks in, it goes on to 7. Like, people who don't use elements, I don't understand like how you don't put that in your build, even if you have to lose, you know, the 30x on the Ren skill tree. But anyway, that's what I got. Here if you need me.